Hi, this is Dan with StarReviews.com. Today we're going to review the as seen on TV product, Mighty Putty. Now the commercial that you've seen on television with Billy Mays makes this product look like the perfect thing to the solution of all your problems. We're going to put it to the test today and see if that really is the truth. I think they might get a little carried away with their infomercial, so we're here to test it and see how it really works. It's pretty easy to use. It's a two-part epoxy. It comes in these tubes. Here's one full stick of it. You unwrap it, and then you simply cut off a little piece of this like dough, knead it together for about 2 minutes, and then the color becomes, instead of white and green separated, it kind of becomes like a grayish color. That's when you know you're ready to use this thing. Let's run it through a couple tests and see how it works. Okay, for this test, everyone's seen the infomercial. They make a handle for a broken coffee mug. Just so happens we have a broken coffee mug. We have a stick of Mighty Putty. Let's go ahead and make a handle. So you're going to cut this off like a piece of dough. It cuts pretty easily. Take it. You're going to have to knead this for about 2 minutes. They say you could use a glove if you experience any type of skin irritation from using it. We'll see if that happens. So our first little piece right there looks to be done. We're going to probably have to use this whole stick to make this handle, so I'm going to knead it as fast as possible. There's one part of the infomercial that they don't tell you, and that's that it takes nearly an hour for this to set up completely before you're ready to use it. So after we make this handle, we're going to let it sit, come back in an hour, maybe 2 hours, and see if this cup will still hold water. Hopefully it doesn't make a big mess. As you're kneading it together, the product begins to activate, and you can kind of smell it. It gives off this kind of, I wouldn't say terrible, but it really isn't the best smelling odor. So here we are. We've used nearly the whole stick of Mighty Putty. We've activated it. As you can see, it's this gray color when the white and green combine. We've just rolled it out into this, shape that we're hoping to make a handle out of. We have our broken mug, and we're just going to try to form a little makeshift handle. Want to make sure it's stuck on real well. Okay, might not be the prettiest handle, but in about an hour or so we're going to see if it works like the original handle did. Okay, so obviously we're back. The handle of our mug, made out of Mighty Putty, is dry. They say to give it about an hour. We took a long lunch. We gave it about 3 hours. I'll tell you, it's pretty hard. It seems like it's pretty sturdy. Of course it's not the best looking thing, but this is Mighty Putty sandable and paintable, so I guess if you wanted to really run with it, you could sand it down and paint it. We're just going to see if it'll hold up a little bit of weight. So in this cup we have water. Just going to transfer the water into the cup. The mug is heavy, but I don't think that's going to budge. Now, in the commercial, they don't really put it up to the test. They just kind of make a handle. I'm going to say it's going to last. Let's get rid of this water here. So, I guess it passed the test as a mug handle. Now, I'm not really content with that. I really want to see what kind of abuse it's going to take. I'm going to try to break that handle off. So I'm trying to twist it with my hand. And I guess if you just put a little pressure, it'll come right off. It even took off some of the ceramic from the mug a little more. Pretty sturdy handle, but again, not that durable. Alright, we're here outside StarReviews' office. We have a car that has the door molding coming off, as you see here. It's kind of been a nuisance for quite a while. We're going to put the Mighty Putty to the test. It says that it helps fix these things. So we're going to take a couple pieces. You're supposed to knead it for 2 minutes to activate the hardener. And then we'll put a couple pieces on and we'll show you how it works. Okay, so we took a couple minutes, took these little pieces, we kneaded them up. Now we're just going to take these 3 pieces, place them out on the car. I'll tear it up, get a couple more pieces out of it. I'm going to start, packing it right where you think you need it. We're going to do a couple pieces to make sure we have a good hold. A couple other pieces that we've already done here. Just take this, make this into 2 pieces. Keep it kind of flat so it doesn't bulge out. It's not tacky to your touch really just yet. It takes a couple minutes for it to activate. It takes about an hour for it to really fully be done. So take this on. Start putting this back in place here. Make sure that we really have it tight up against where we put the putty. Give this a couple minutes, come back and see how it does. All right, so here we are about 15 minutes later. We tried to Mighty Putty the door trim back onto this car. It didn't work at all, no way, shape, or form. The duct tape that we had on was working better, although it was a little bit less attractive. The Mighty Putty didn't work at all. We had used the whole tube of it. We tried to use different types. We tried to take off the original stuff, put on some new stuff. We had no luck. Zero luck with Mighty Putty fixing this door trim. It failed that test. Okay, so on the infomercial, you see Billy Mays fix a crack in a cup. It's supposed to hold water. Let's take a look. Let's see if it really works. So I've already pre-kneaded the Mighty Putty. It's activated. So we don't make a mess, we're gonna have a little thing there to hold it. Now he has water pouring through the cup as he's putting it on. So maybe it works wet, maybe it doesn't. We're going to see if that is true or not. So just roll this out. We'll put it down for now. Have some water. Show you that the cup is actually really leaking. As you can see, it's leaking out at a pretty good rate. Now we're going to try to fill this crack in with some Mighty Putty and see if it'll stop the leak. Well, he fixes a little hole. We're trying to fix a crack, and it's not working all that well. It seems that the product doesn't want to stick when the surface it's sticking to is wet. I don't think it's going to fix a leaky cup, and I'm not so sure it's going to fix a leaky pipe either. Okay, so as you've seen, we've put this Mighty Putty to the test. We've tried to do some head-to-head comparisons with what Billy Mays does on the infomercial, and it kind of fell a little bit short. As you saw, it made a decent coffee mug handle, but when it was really put to the test, how durable is that really going to be? When we took it outside to try to fix the door trim on the car, it didn't work at all. When we tried to plug up the hole in the cup like he does on the commercial, he tries to plug a hole, we tried to plug the crack. It didn't work. It seems like once what you're trying to put it on is wet, the Mighty Putty doesn't want to stick. Is it going to fix your plumbing if it's leaking in your house? I'm not so sure I would trust it. Now, in the commercial, he pulls an 80,000-pound tractor trailer. Well, I mean, I don't have the kind of guts to try that with Mighty Putty that doesn't really want to hold door trim onto a car. And plus, right here on the packaging, it says it's good for 350 pounds. Not really sure where I see the numbers matching up there. StarReviews is going to give Mighty Putty 3 out of 6 stars. It might have some function for a quick fix around the house. I don't really know if it's going to be the lifesaver that they make it out to be. It does kind of what they say it's going to do in certain circumstances, but I think on the infomercial they push it. Be sure to check out StarReviews' blog for other reviews of As Seen on TV products.